get a block just in case we need one. We're going to start off in child's pose. And as you're here, I want you to focus on your core engagement. So focus on squeezing your thighs toward your abs and focus on tightening your abs. So if you've been sitting a lot or you had an inactive weekend or you just haven't worked out in a while, we're going to work on getting the abs active, getting your spine back to neutral. Take some deep breaths, start slowing your breathing down. "30 seconds here. All right, and then from here, go ahead and take it into a plank. Tuck your toes, press your hands into the ground, belly button up. Press your heels away from you, squeeze your toes toward your hands, pull your neck toward the ceiling, and look slightly forward. We're going to work on getting the legs engaged as well. So go ahead and lift your left leg up about 6 inches, just hover it, and squeeze your right thigh. Switch sides. Right leg up, left foot plants, and again, right foot up just about a foot or so. Really squeeze your left thigh. Right foot down. Take it into a side plank. Plant your right hand, stack your hips, left arm up, lift your hips toward the ceiling, hold. Squeezing your right thigh. One more breath. And switch sides. Plant your left hand, roll to the outside of your left foot, side plank, left side. Stack your hips, lift your hips toward the ceiling, squeeze your outer left thigh, and breathe. Last breath. And go ahead and plant your right hand back to a plank. Go ahead and just do a little walk with your hands, lifting one hand up and then the other, getting back to neutral. And then lower your body all the way down, flat onto your chest. Bring it up into a cobra, flip your feet, press the tops of your feet into the ground, squeeze your thighs. Let's do a baby cobra, so don't go up that high. Just getting some light extension into your spine. Look slightly forward, work your neck. 2 more breaths here. And then release. All right, take it back to a tabletop. And we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow here. Inhaling to arch. Exhaling to round. 5 total. Making your inhales and exhales match your movement. Last one. All right, and then from here, take it into a down dog. Spread your hands a little bit. Tuck your toes. Press your thighs back. And at the same time, squeeze your thighs toward your abs. Put the weight in your upper back, squeezing your arms up and forward. Tuck your chin and breathe. Try to engage your biceps here. Opening up your calves, your hamstrings. If you need to bend your knees, go ahead and bend your knees. You can also take your feet further away from your hands. 3 more breaths. All right, feet together. Lift your right leg up. Hold here 1 breath. Exhale, step your foot up between your hands into a runner's lunge. Hang on here for a couple breaths. Allow your hips to open up. Pull your chest forward. And then lift your arms all the way up into a high lunge. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Again, opening up the left hip. Draw your ribs in. Make sure you're not arching your back. And then hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Reach down. Pull your chest up. And slowly release your left knee to the ground. Keep the weight in your right leg, so make sure you don't drop all the weight to your left knee. And then a little bit of a back bend here. Keep your fingers interlaced behind your arms. Looking slightly up. Exhaling to sink deeper. 1 more breath. And then swing your right arm under your left arm into eagle arms with a low lunge. Elbows come up and away from your face. Wrist away from your face. Slight back bend here. One more breath. And then release your hands down. Plant your hands, step back into a plank. And then take it straight back into down dog from here. Squeezing your thighs toward your chest. Focusing on that core engagement. One more breath. Feet back together. Lift your left leg up now. Next, exhale, stepping your foot up between your hands. Into a runner's lunge. Make sure your feet are slightly spread. Drive down through your left foot. Pull your chest forward. Allow your hips to sink down. And then lift all the way up to high lunge. Keeping the ribs drawn in. Deepening the stretch through your right hip. Two more breaths here. And then hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. This time one finger over from what you had before. Reach down. Make sure your shoulders are open, not rounding forward. If you need to, you can use a strap. One more breath. And then without shifting the weight out of your left leg, slowly release your right knee to the ground, deepening that stretch. Now leaning back just a little bit, keeping your fingers interlaced. 3 breaths here as well. Make sure your hip alignment's good. One more breath. And now swinging your left arm under your right arm into eagle arms, elbows up and away from your face. 3 breaths here. Draw your ribs in, make sure your spine is neutral. Maybe a slight back bend here, but definitely not rounding forward. Thanks for joining me for this workout today. Make sure you subscribe. We put out lots of videos like this on a very regular basis. And to get full access to all of my workouts, my programs, tutorials, and more, head to manfulyoga.com, sign up for a 7-day trial. It's just $1. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video.